Archangel Michael says, "Stay with me and listen carefully, because what you're about to hear is not an ordinary warning. It is a transmission of light, a message wrapped in urgency, arriving to you at the perfect time. Right now, in the unseen realm around you, something has been moving in silence, a pair of eyes that follow you without your consent. They have watched your steps, traced your choices, and whispered your name into the wrong ears. But they are trembling because the power they once held over you has been stripped away like sand running through fingers. They don't yet understand why their control has vanished, but tonight you will. The air around you has been thicker lately, like a weight pressing on your chest when no one is near. That is not your imagination, it is the echo of their jealousy and the residue of their thoughts trying to cling to you. Even now, their plans are dissolving because light is stronger than shadow. Archangel Michael stands at your side like a blazing shield, unseen yet undeniable. He has pierced their illusions and left them powerless, though they don't know how to stop watching. This is the reason your sleep has been restless and your heart beats faster at unexpected moments. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The ground beneath your life is shifting quietly. You've sensed it in small signs, sudden chills, strange coincidences, the way people you barely know speak your private truths aloud. These are confirmations that heaven has already exposed what was hidden. They are not only jealous of what you own but of who you are becoming. Your growth has outpaced their expectations, and every step you take rises like a silent trumpet in the spiritual realm. Their power over you has already collapsed, but they still watch because envy is a habit. The truth is they built their confidence on your silence. They thought you wouldn't notice, wouldn't rise, wouldn't step out of the cage they painted around you. But the bars are gone now, and your freedom terrifies them. Type Amen to get blessing 444. In the quiet hours of the night, your name rises in conversations you'll never hear. They replay your successes in their minds and compare them to their own missed chances. It's not love they feel but an ache that burns like acid on their spirit. Yet the light covering you now is impenetrable. Even their harshest wishes bounce back like echoes in an empty cave. What once felt like chains is now only a memory. The eyes watching you are weaker than they appear. They may still look, still think, still talk, but they can no longer touch what is sealed by grace. That is why, despite their efforts, your life continues to open new doors. Type Amen to get blessing 555. There's a hidden story behind their jealousy. They were once inspired by you but refused to do the inner work to rise alongside you. Instead, they chose shortcuts, rumors, and shadow games. Archangel Michael whispers this truth. Your journey was meant to provoke exposure. Their envy only reveals how far you've come and how far they refuse to go. Every secret plan they whispered is now being overturned. Your steps are guided like stars across a black sky. Even if they watch, they cannot map where you're heading. The path before you bends only to the will of heaven. Type Amen to get blessing 666. They thought their silence could trap you. They thought by observing you, they could predict you. But your spirit moves in patterns they cannot decode. Tonight as you read this, imagine their eyes dimming. Imagine the hands that tried to hold you up as pawns now falling away like ash. This is the reality Archangel Michael is showing you. Their jealousy was once a force, now it is a shadow fading at dawn. You don't need to fight them, the fight is already won. All you need is to keep walking. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Every time you feel the invisible weight, breathe and remember, it's only the residue of their failed reach. Their power ended when your awareness began. You can sense their thoughts, but you're no longer bound to them. The message is not to scare you but to affirm your rising. Even in the places you feel alone, you're surrounded by an army of light. You are not a target, you're a testimony. They are powerless now because they underestimated the quiet strength inside you. That strength has now erupted into a shield, a dome of stillness they cannot cross. This is why doors are opening for you so quickly. Type Amen to get blessing 818. The light that surrounds you is growing brighter every hour. You can feel it when you walk into a room and the air shifts, when silence suddenly feels charged with meaning. That's the energy of divine protection pushing back everything that tried to infiltrate your peace. They used to speak your name with confidence, thinking they could predict your next move. Now they hesitate, because every time they think of you, they feel the weight of their own intentions collapsing. What was once their hidden advantage has become their own mirror of shame. The jealousy that once lived in them like a spark has burned out. All that remains is confusion, because they cannot understand how your joy keeps growing even after everything they try to control. Their silence is not peace, it's defeat. The Archangel has sealed your energy like a fortress. Every plan they wrote about you has been shredded by unseen hands. Their power is now dust carried by wind. Type Amen to get blessing 999. There will come a night soon when you feel the sudden stillness, the exact moment their attention fades for good. That's when your freedom completes its circle. That's when your spirit takes back every piece that was stolen. They can no longer follow you through whispers or eyes. Every time they look, their own life begins to crumble, reminding them that obsession comes with a cost. What once looked like strength is now their exhaustion. You have risen too high for them to reach. You are no longer the person they once could intimidate or read. You have become mystery itself, wrapped in divine light. Even their jealousy has started to fear you. Because you carry something ancient, something royal, something that doesn't bow to envy. The sky recognizes your name now. Type Amen to get blessing 111. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, the storm that once surrounded you is breaking apart. He has lifted the veil so that you can finally see the truth. What was sent against you is now turning back on its sender. Your eyes will soon witness justice in slow motion. The same mouths that spoke against you will speak your praise. The same hearts that plotted will fall into their own trap of regret. Do not turn your gaze toward them anymore. Their chapter in your story has closed quietly. The watching eyes are nothing more than ghosts of what used to be power. Stay focused on your light, because jealousy can't live where gratitude blooms. Keep moving, keep building, keep trusting the unseen guidance that never fails. You are walking on sacred ground now. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Every vibration you release now echoes blessings. When you smile, it disrupts their plans. When you rest, Heaven restores you beyond what you lost. Their powerless gaze cannot pierce your future anymore. They are watching a movie that no longer exists, replaying an old version of you that has already been transformed. That's why their envy no longer makes sense, it's chasing a ghost. The archangel watches your steps like a guardian flame. He clears the path before you and burns every seed of envy before it can take root again. Your story is being rewritten by divine hands. You'll notice the shift soon, old names disappearing, new faces arriving, unexpected favor finding you when you least expect it. That's the confirmation that you've crossed the threshold. You are finally unreachable. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. Now breathe. Because all that darkness, all that silent observation, has been converted into protection. You no longer walk under scrutiny, you walk under grace. They still talk, but heaven no longer listens to their sound. Only your heartbeat aligns with the rhythm of divine timing. Every step you take now writes a new prophecy of peace. They will remember your silence, because that was your greatest power. You never fought them, you simply elevated until they could no longer see you. That is how the chosen ones win, by rising, not reacting. Your peace has become your weapon, your growth their defeat. You have entered the realm where jealousy loses its voice. The watchers have been blinded by their own envy. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. The next phase of your life carries balance and clarity. The air feels lighter, your dreams brighter, your mornings calmer. That's the evidence that the spiritual war is over. Their powerless energy drifts away, seeking someone else to envy. But you, chosen one, have been sealed under divine decree. No curse, no word, no gaze can break what heaven has signed. You are being crowned with discernment. You'll feel it when you meet new faces, the ability to know instantly who's real and who's pretending. That's your gift from this battle. Remember this, you were never watched because you were weak. You were watched because you carried light strong enough to expose darkness. Now that light stands undefeated. Type Amen to get blessing 5555. The turning point you've been waiting for is already unfolding in the unseen. It is not just a change of seasons but a change of spiritual climate around your life. Everything that once clung to you is now breaking off, like mist burned away by sunlight. Their eyes no longer hold the power they once imagined. Every time they think of you now, they're confronted with their own emptiness. They tried to borrow your glow, but it was never theirs to keep. Your steps are becoming more deliberate, more guided. You will find yourself at the right place at the right time without effort. That is not coincidence, that is divine choreography replacing chaos with order. What was hidden behind closed doors is now revealed. Even their silent wishes cannot pass the barrier of light built around you. You are a living testimony that nothing can stop what is blessed. Type Amen to get blessing 6666. You are stepping into a chapter where their names fade from your story. Their jealousy will dissolve like sugar in water, leaving only a faint trace of the past. Soon you'll look back and feel no sting, only gratitude. Archangel Michael says, "Do not fear their watching, their eyes are blind to your destiny." His voice echoes through your days like a quiet thunder, reminding you that you are never alone. This message is not a warning, it's an announcement of victory. Your silence has become sacred. The less you explain, the more power you gain. The watchers can't decode what they don't understand. Their attempts to copy you will now reveal their own lack. They will try to mimic your moves but end up exposing themselves. That's the divine justice unfolding without your intervention. Type Amen to get blessing 7777. Every plan that rose against you has been inverted. The roads they built to trap you now lead them into their own confusion. You are free to walk in any direction, and heaven will guard your path. You'll begin to notice opportunities flowing like water. Emails, calls, chance meetings, doors opening without knocking. That's the reward for enduring the watching eyes without breaking. They were jealous because you carry a rare resilience. You survived storms they couldn't even name. That resilience is now turning into favor. Your light is not dimming, it's intensifying. The more they watch, the more they weaken, because envy cannot breathe where hope lives. You are becoming untouchable. Type Amen to get blessing 8888. This is not a story of revenge, it's a story of elevation. You didn't need to fight them to win, you only needed to rise. And rise you did, until the very act of watching became their own defeat. The days ahead will feel like stepping into a garden after a long winter. Colors brighter, air softer, time slower. You will feel your life breathing again. Even their memories of you will shift. They'll start to remember the kindness you gave rather than the power they lost. That's how heaven rewrites stories. Your heart is now a fortress of calm. Every beat is a drum announcing freedom. You are no longer a target, you are a beacon. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. In the weeks ahead, expect signs. Unexpected messages of support, old burdens lifting overnight, dreams that show you new horizons. These are confirmations that the watchers have been removed. Your growth will accelerate like never before. Ideas will flow, strength will multiply, relationships will realign. The jealousy you once felt pressing against you will vanish like smoke. Archangel Michael stands behind you as you move forward. His wings block the past, his sword clears the future. Nothing from behind can overtake you now. Walk boldly. Because where you're going, envy cannot follow. You've outgrown their reach and entered a territory reserved for the chosen. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Now breathe again and let this truth settle in your bones. You are free. The eyes that once watched you are closing. The whispers have lost their echo. Your journey from here on out is about building, not defending. About rising, not hiding. About shining, not shrinking. Everything you've endured has prepared you for this exact moment. The jealousy was a test, your growth was the answer. And the result is freedom. Step into this next season without looking back. Because their power ended the moment you believed you were more than their gaze. And now you walk unbound, unstoppable, and unseen by anything that means you harm. Type Amen to get blessing 11111. The wind around your life is shifting again, but this time it carries music instead of noise. Each sound, each random word you overhear in the day, begins to confirm what heaven already decided. You are being lifted beyond reach, beyond jealousy, beyond imitation. The ones who once stared will soon look away, not because they changed, but because light now blinds them. Every glance they send toward you ricochets back as a lesson they can't ignore. They are learning that envy is a prison without walls. Your presence disturbs their comfort because truth exposes disguise. They used to move boldly, speaking as if they were above you, yet now their own reflection betrays them. The same mirror that once flattered them now shows your eyes. You are no longer the center of their plots, you are the reflection of what they could have become. And that realization burns more fiercely than any revenge ever could. Heaven has turned their watching into worship without them knowing it. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Every morning you awaken, your energy cleans the air. Your silence corrects what words once twisted. Your footsteps leave peace where conflict used to dwell. They will keep searching for a reason to hate, but find none. Because you no longer fit in the version of the story they created. You outgrew the lie, and the truth crowned you quietly. Archangel Michael says, "Stand tall, chosen soul, for the watchers have become witnesses." His declaration shakes the unseen. Heaven's court has closed the case forever. Now your laughter carries prophecy. It tells the world that light wins, that love rebuilds, that jealousy decays. Every time you smile, you announce the end of their illusion. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. You may notice old patterns returning only to break again. That's not regression, it's the final purge of energy that once chained you. The cycle is completing itself. Dreams will replay scenes of the past, but the feeling will be different, no fear, only observation. You will see from the throne, not the battlefield. They will still whisper, but the sound will have no weight. It will fade before reaching your heart. You've become frequency-proof against envy. The angels are cleaning your timeline. Every memory that held pain is being rewritten as strength. The watchers can no longer edit your destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. Soon, a new wave of recognition will come. Not fame for vanity's sake, but honor for endurance. People will sense peace in your voice and want to know its source. That's how divine justice works, it turns private suffering into public favor. The same observers who doubted you will secretly admire you. Their jealousy will convert into imitation, their criticism into silence. You will walk into rooms and feel balance instead of tension. Because where jealousy once lived, wisdom now enters. Your aura instructs without words. The heavens mark this season as completion. No more watchers, only witnesses of grace. No more envy, only echoes of awe. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. Now rest. Let your shoulders drop, let your breath settle. The battle of unseen eyes has ended. You are stepping into calm authority, the kind that doesn't need defense. The kind that commands peace just by existing. The kind that terrifies jealousy into surrender. Remember, the eyes that watched you trained you for visibility. The jealousy that pressed you polished your purpose. Without them, you wouldn't shine this clear. Walk forward with steady steps and quiet pride. Because you are not being watched anymore, you are being celebrated in secret by heaven itself. And nothing can reverse that decree. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. The light surrounding you has reached its full glow. Every whisper that once carried doubt has melted into stillness. The night itself bends to your calm now. They can no longer imitate your rhythm. Their eyes lower not from guilt but from recognition. They see something holy they can't understand. The jealousy that chained them has become their own teacher. Your peace is louder than their words ever were. It spreads through your home, through the spaces where you once felt tension. Even the air feels new, as if heaven repainted the atmosphere. You are living proof that silence wins. You never needed to shout, you only needed to remain true. And in doing so, you broke the oldest curse of envy. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. Tonight the angels record your restoration. They mark your name beside the word untouchable. Nothing that looks toward you with malice can pass through the barrier of grace. Archangel Michael stands watch, wings drawn wide, sword lowered in peace. His presence now hums rather than roars. The battle is finished. The watchers have lost interest because the lesson is done. You, chosen one, walk under an open sky. Doors swing before you without effort. The air tastes of promise. Everything they tried to delay will now accelerate. Everything you feared missing will arrive multiplied. This is what happens when heaven intervenes quietly. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. There will be mornings when you wake and feel weightless. That's not emptiness, it's the absence of eyes that no longer cling. You are free in ways words can't measure. Your heart now beats in rhythm with divine order. Every breath is affirmation that you survived the storm of envy without becoming bitter. You remained light, and light never apologizes for shining. So keep walking, slow and sure. Keep creating, even when no one claps. The unseen audience above is applauding louder than the world ever could. This chapter ends not with noise but with serenity. You have crossed from being watched to being worshipfully protected. The story has come full circle. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the quiet hum around you, that's peace replacing fear. The watchers have faded into dust, and dust cannot follow the wind. Breathe in courage, breathe out the past. You are untethered. You belong entirely to the light that chose you. Now walk forward with steady grace. Let every step announce, I am seen by heaven, not by envy. The path ahead is clear, the guardians are present, and your name glows in divine ink that cannot be erased. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. The world feels softer now. The air that once carried tension now hums with quiet promise. Each morning greets you like an old friend who remembers your battles and smiles because you survived. No more eyes follow your steps. The echoes of jealousy have turned into distant wind. What was once a battlefield has become a garden. You move differently now, slower, calmer, aware that nothing needs proving. The stillness you once feared has become your sanctuary. Even the smallest sound feels holy in this new peace. The sky mirrors your spirit, wide and unbroken. Light spills across your path without asking permission. Heaven has signed your freedom with sunrise ink. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. You begin to notice blessings appearing quietly. A lost opportunity suddenly returns in better form. A door that once refused to open now stands waiting with light pouring through. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. Proof that heaven always finishes what it starts. Every tear you shed became a seed, and the harvest has begun. The watchers may still exist, but they no longer exist for you. Their focus has shifted back to their own mirrors. They are learning the cost of envying grace. Archangel Michael stands near, but his wings rest now. No war remains to fight, only peace remains to protect. His presence is a whisper rather than a roar. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. Days stretch with new ease. You laugh without checking who listens. You walk without glancing over your shoulder. The silence that once felt heavy now feels like music. Every pause carries a melody of relief. You can finally hear your own heartbeat without interference. People begin to sense your peace before you speak. They don't know why they trust you, they just feel it. That's the residue of divine favor resting on your aura. You've entered the rare season where rest itself is revelation. Nothing urgent, nothing stolen, nothing forced. Only rhythm, only flow, only grace. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Nighttime has changed too. The same stars that once watched in sympathy now sparkle as witnesses of fulfillment. Even the moon seems closer, reflecting your calm. Your dreams no longer replay warnings, they reveal guidance. You see paths, not threats. You wake with direction instead of fear. Every sound of the world feels like confirmation: leaves, rain, footsteps, laughter. All of it says, you made it. The watcher's silence has become your applause. This peace doesn't make you smaller, it expands you. It teaches you to hold joy without gripping it too tight. To let life move through you like a quiet river. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. You have nothing left to hide, nothing left to prove. The same story that once caused pain now teaches others courage. Your voice has turned into medicine for souls still being watched. When you speak, it carries the weight of someone who's seen shadows and still chooses light. That choice is your crown. That calm is your new authority. Now, even heaven watches differently, not to protect, but to celebrate. You are trusted with peace because you learned to keep it. You are trusted with freedom because you didn't misuse power. The angels step back slightly, smiling. Their work is done, your wings have grown. You are no longer guarded, you are guided. Type Amen to get blessing 2525.